Hi there and welcome to the Social Geeks digital podcast. My name is Kyle, your host today. I am the founder and digital strategist at our agency. In today's episode, what I'm going to be doing is walking you through lead generation for beginners. A lot of the time I find that clients that I work with often get confused in terms of where your marketing ends and where your sales begins. In this podcast, you're going to learn all about what lead generation is, why it's important for your business, and how to implement it effectively. Whether you're completely new to lead generation or you're just looking to improve your skills, I'm going to compile all the data that we've learned in the past 7 to 8 years running lead generation campaigns for clients and share our insights and tips on how to generate leads on platforms such as Facebook, Google, TikTok, you name it, all of those platforms and more. I'm hoping that you'll get a lot from this episode today. So strap in and let's get started. For service-based businesses, there needs to be clear delineation between your marketing, which helps you attract in the right target market, helps you with your brand awareness, and captures those initial marketing qualified leads. But the magic doesn't stop there. You do need to work and nurture these leads because they might not necessarily be interested right now in your services, but they've identified that they have a problem and they might be engaging with your content based on the fact that you have helped them identify that problem. If you can help them solve that problem, even better. And you want to nurture those people through your sales and marketing funnel, which we're going to talk about today. So let's dive right in. The first question we're going to ask is, what is lead generation? Simply put, lead generation is the process of marketing online or traditional marketing as well to attract your target market. You're trying to get people who are your ideal customer to become aware of your brand. This could be through content marketing, through video, through traditional advertising on radio, TV, mail drops, all of that, but more in tune with the current age, 2023. We're going to talk pretty much exclusively about digital marketing. What you're trying to do is attract people through all of the digital platforms that you have access to. Try to capture their details through a lead form on your website or through a social media platform. This is what we call a lead. And a lead is generally somebody who's shown that they're interested in your services or products, and they've given you their name, their email, their phone number, or some type of indication that they would like to be contacted. Once you have people's attention, you need to convert that person into a lead. Once you have a lead, you need to convert them into a sales qualified lead. Sales qualified lead is somebody who's shown, I do want to use your services. There's a difference, and we're going to talk about what that means. Every business today needs to have a steady stream of leads coming through. So let's talk this through a little bit more. How do you move somebody from being a lead into being a customer? The lead is nothing more than just somebody giving you their contact details in exchange for something of value. This could be a downloadable guide. This could be an offer to book in a free consultation. There's so many different lead magnets that you can use in order to generate leads. Your marketing will help raise brand awareness, but you do want to push people through a marketing funnel so that at the top of the funnel, you're helping increase your brand awareness and reaching your target market who are out there online. Then you're trying to get them to engage with your brand. So this is clicking through to your website, commenting on your content, and hopefully they're going to convert into a lead. They're going to download an ebook. They're going to fill out a form. They're going to subscribe to your newsletter. They might do a quiz. There's a whole bunch of different content strategies that you can use to generate leads. The next step is, obviously, you need to nurture those leads. You need to help them become a customer. Not everyone is ready straight away to jump into signing up for a service or buy a product. People really want to do their research these days, and you can see this if you look at Google Analytics. You can see the number of touch points that it takes for somebody to go from first finding out about you through to becoming a paying customer. It takes quite a few touch points. And the higher you charge for your services, or the more expensive your services or products are, the more likely they're going to take their time. That customer journey is going to go longer and longer. I'll give you an example. The difference is between two different products. Let's say you're selling a $50 hard drive. People probably would just impulse buy that and the customer journey would be quite fast. They might see an ad on Facebook, click on that, go straight through and purchase. They might not even look at customer reviews, right? So there's a very short customer journey because of the price point. Now compare that to a new car. If you're buying a new Tesla, let's say a $70,000 car, you are probably going to read every single review that you can find online, every single article. You're going to watch multiple videos, and it might take you months, if not years, to finally make a decision and purchase. So the customer journey is going to be very different based on your product, based on your service, based on your price point, and based on your customer that you're targeting as well. You want to realize that generating leads is only one part of your sales funnel. It's getting their contact information and nurturing them through that journey. What are the questions that they're asking? Email that through to them. What are the problems that they might be facing? See if you can solve that through how-to videos. There's a whole bunch of content that you can create to talk to your audience, help nurture them, and convert them through to paying customers. I hope that makes sense. This is what I would say a traditional marketing funnel and sales funnel would look like. At the very top, you have recognition of a problem or a need for a product. So going back to buying a Tesla, the recognition would be, I need a new car. I've been wanting to go electric. Maybe I could go a bit higher end. I've got some money. I'm really passionate about environmentalism. There's all these things that they're recognizing at that onset, but maybe they haven't thought of Tesla. Maybe they're just looking at what their options are. So the acquisition stage is all through how do we get them through inbound marketing? So these are things like writing blogs, creating videos, having a website, creating your social media profiles and pages, and using SEO to help people find you, to acquire traffic to your website. The next stage in your marketing funnel is looking at how do you get people interested in your brand? Tesla's a great example of this. They don't actually do any marketing besides what we call inbound marketing. So they don't advertise, I should say. They're fantastic at PR and online marketing. They have a great brand. They do a lot of video content. I was actually watching the Tesla investors presentation today, and it looks awesome. They've got their phase 3 plan that's come out. Awesome to see. And they pull people in through inbound marketing. So they use video, they have a great website, they're active on social media, especially Twitter, and they are really pumping that out there. So they're really good at not only helping people who are recognizing that they have a need for an electric car, but they're getting people who are interested through. The next thing is that people are going to be evaluating what brands are the right fit. So even if people are diehard Tesla fans, they'll probably look around because $70,000 is a lot of money for a car. So they're probably going to look at what is the price point for BMW, for Mercedes, for all of the other manufacturers of electric cars, just to see what they're like. And not only are they going to look at the price point, they're going to be looking at reviews, they're going to be looking at videos. So there's a whole process in your marketing funnel and sales funnel before people even are ready to make a decision. From my experience, a good conversion rate for a website with all your traffic coming through is anywhere from 2 to 5%. Generally, the lower price your products are, the higher your conversion rate is because people are more likely to impulse buy and they're happy to spend $50 on something that they need right now. But if it's something that's worth $70,000, I guarantee Tesla's conversion rate is nowhere near 5%. I bet you their website is probably closer to 1%, but that's just the nature of the beast. In this funnel example, this is merging marketing and sales together because your marketing and sales should work hand in hand. However, you do need to have a sales team. Tesla very much have dealerships that they own in locations all around the world, and they have a sales team who, when people come through the website, they're interested in booking in a test drive, they are on their case. They're emailing them, they're calling them, they're setting up appointment times. So the more effective your sales teams are, the better your marketing results will be. It goes hand in hand. And from my experience, a lot of small businesses need that education because they assume that a marketing agency takes care of the sales process. But what we focus on is helping you generate leads, helping you get those marketing qualified leads through that are interested and have downloaded some content that are ready for your sales team to close. So that closing part is really important. Now, there are extra steps in here. If you do have a repeat business, you have products that people will buy over and over again. Tesla is not a good example. Hopefully you're buying one Tesla and that's it. But if you are buying, let's say, a hard drive and you run a business that has a lot of data, you might be going through hard drives every 3 months or every 6 months, just to use that as my example again. So you're trying to retain your customers and make sure that you're continually selling to them as well. So that does come into your marketing, but it's marketing, sales. It's a very gray area about who does what, right? And then the last thing is, if you have customers who really love your hard drives, you want to make sure that they're giving you reviews on your website, on Google, on wherever else you can get reviews, and make sure that those are verified and that people can see those. So obviously you're getting people to advocate for your brand. This is the entire process that people would go through. And there's different stages that we're going to talk about next. So let's look at the next thing. In order to call somebody a lead, they must engage with your business in some way. So they subscribed to your newsletter, they have filled out a form, they've signed up for a webinar, they've booked in a free consultation, they've downloaded an ebook. Over time, you may use other strategies with your marketing to help generate leads. The thing is that you want to take a marketing qualified lead. So let's say they subscribe to your newsletter. You want to get them through to becoming a sales qualified lead. Now, what's the difference between those two? I hear you asking. Well, here's the difference. A marketing lead is somebody who's given you their email and no indication that they're actually interested in a specific product or service. A sales qualified lead would be somebody who has given you their name, their email, their number, and indication of what service that they're interested in. To give you an example, when people book in for a free consultation with my agency, you can book online, get a 30-minute free consultation, but in that form, you have to fill out all the information about your business. So what's your business name? What's your website? How much are you spending on your marketing? How much are you earning per month? What are the services that you're interested in? And what are your problems and goals that you want us to help with? This helps us make sure, it helps us with removing any tire kickers, people who are just wanting to see what we do and all that without really giving us anything to understand about their business. And secondly, it tells us exactly what types of services they're interested in, what their budget is, what they're currently spending, what their problems and goals are, all of that. And that is an example of a sales qualified lead. That's somebody who has actually said, I'm interested in this service. So I hope that makes sense. Let's look now though at your marketing funnel. So we've talked about sales, we've talked about leads, and we've talked about a funnel, but this is going to go through this in a little bit more depth. Your marketing funnel is separate to your leads. Essentially, this is the content that you're putting out there, and you're trying to use this to generate leads or generate sales. We would look at this in 3 segments. And tofu, mofu, bofu, you might see this in marketing. If you already know what this is, great. Tofu is not the food. Tofu stands for top of funnel. So the funnel that we're looking at, we have top, middle, and bottom of your marketing funnel. Top of funnel is exclusively focused on how do we generate awareness for our brand with new potential prospects who've never heard of us before. So these are people who've never been to your website, they've never subscribed to an email list, they've never even seen you on social media, and they are basically your target market. So it might be, again, using my business as an example, it might be small business owners in Australia, people who are admins of a Facebook page. These would be a target market that I would say is top of funnel. And we would use all these types of content to help generate brand awareness. It's people that we're trying to reach out to. So blogs are great. These have worked really well for LinkedIn, for Facebook, Instagram, you name it, because you can use that written text to create posts, images, videos, you name it, and share that on social media. Social media is another massive channel, and it's really going video first, which is why we do these types of things, because it really does help us in sharing our message and getting things out there more. You could try a whole bunch of stuff with this. So audio podcasts, videos, ebooks, blogs. You could do traditional advertising. So you get featured in newsletters, guest blogging on other websites, and other business directories as well. Anything that gets your brand out there is that top of funnel type of activity. Now, middle of funnel is really where you're trying to get people to consider you and your services or your products. This is where you might have comparisons, you might have reviews, educational type content, FAQs. This is the type of content that you want to get in front of people who are currently shopping around. They're figuring out, I do want a Tesla, or I'm looking for a new hard drive, or I'm looking for a new agency to help me with Facebook ads, whatever it is. And this is where you can show case studies, testimonials, educational content, how-to guides, you name it. That's the type of stuff that would fit into that middle of funnel. And the final stage in your marketing funnel is generally you're trying to get people to act. You're trying to get people to convert into a lead, or even better, convert straight into a customer right away. The likelihood of people converting straight off the bat into a customer is very low. It's said that people need to see an ad 6 to 7 times before it really registers and before they actually see what's going on. So bottom of funnel is really about retargeting your website visitors, people who've seen your content multiple times, people who've watched your videos, they might have downloaded other content and become a marketing qualified lead. And this is where you're trying to get them onto a demo, a free trial, a free consultation. You're trying to get them to book in for a webinar. You're trying to get them into that next step that would indicate that they're a sales qualified lead. They are ready to go. And now they just want to have help from your sales team to become a customer. For e-commerce businesses, this is generally pretty simple. Retarget with your products, customer reviews, and you should get purchases. But when you're trying to do lead generation, that sales and marketing, it blurs, and you need to figure out how that fits in. So this is the content that can help you generate leads, and it can help you generate marketing qualified leads as well with the bottom of funnel, sales qualified leads. You can help with that process. and they're very different. So we're going to go through the next stage now and just talk about what is the lead generation process with your sales team in the loop. If we look at how your sales team interacts, marketing strategies are what kind of help get your business out there. You could use Facebook campaigns, SEO, paid ads, content marketing, any of the above marketing strategies to help get your brand out there. Through digital marketing, people will come to you and they'll find out about your brand, but they're not leads yet. They need to be converted into a marketing qualified lead. So through your website and lead forms, you will capture their details in exchange for some form of value. It might be a checklist or some type of lead magnet that people will then be deemed as a marketing qualified lead. That's where you generate those leads. Once you've converted somebody into a lead, that is where your sales pipeline begins. This is where your sales team or your sales automation needs to kick in and help make sure that those people are being nurtured through from a marketing qualified lead, through to a sales qualified lead, through to a customer. So we'll talk about that next. And this is where I like to use diagrams. So if we're looking at this as 3 stages, we've already gone through the top, middle, and bottom of funnel. This is your marketing funnel, your content funnel, if you want to call it that. However, this is just one stage of the entire process. So I like to look at this as your sales and marketing journey. This is a customer walking through the land of the digital world and trying to find all the things they need in order to start buying from you. So stage 1 is marketing. You need to attract your customer personas to your website, get them to convert into a lead, and you're wanting to try to do that through brand awareness. The next thing is, how do you develop them into a sale? So you can see here in this diagram that people will be aware, they might engage to your content, they might provide you some basic details. So this would be their email, their name, their phone number, but then you're trying to prospect them. And this is where your email marketing really comes into effect. We're going to talk about that later. But email marketing, it's still the most relevant and useful tool for any online business or any business in general. The process is to attract leads, then turn them into marketing leads, then into sales leads, and then your sales process takes over. You want to have a process there that will get them to close. So how can you generate leads? So customers are constantly looking for information. They're pretty active on this. So you want to be proactive. The funnel stages for lead generation are different stages of that process. At the discovery stage, Google search is great, web ads and social ads. So this is where we sit a lot of the time to get people interested. Using blog articles, comparisons, and good landing pages is really important. Appraisals, so making sure that they have a lot of reviews and they have before and afters and things. Case studies as well, conversion focus, and landing pages that are focused on getting people to book in. All of this is really relevant in that funnel stage. And here's the different KPIs that we'd look at. Now, in terms of lead magnets, so that's the best way to generate leads. I also recommend how-to videos, checklists and guides, community access. So maybe having like a VIP group or something that people can go to, and then some quizzes. I know that they're a bit outdated, but what are your goals? What services would be best for you? Having a quiz that helps them identify that could be really good and just help generate more marketing qualified leads. So I think brands need to be proactive to get people's attention. They need to make it really easy for customers to find them. They need to earn their trust, and they need to help them make buying decisions by providing value. So information that will help them get chosen. Email marketing for lead gen is probably at least 30% of the work. Like, it should be the powerhouse to helping nurture people, because everyone, I can't remember the numbers, but I did look at a study. It was saying that 90% of people check their emails at least once a day. So that to me is where you're going to get in front of people without it getting filtered out by an algorithm. You know, it's getting into their inbox. And if they give you their email address, be making sure that we're nurturing them. The second thing for lead gen is creating video content and focusing on that. So here are the things that I'm going to put together in a checklist for this, and I'm going to put this out there as a YouTube video and a podcast. Is basically, here's a checklist for you to get started setting up a lead generation campaign. Go through your email marketing and set up a nurture series. So walk through 3 to 5 emails that will talk to them about the particular product or service that you're offering, but tackle it from different angles. Talk about the benefits of the service, talk about what they should expect from it, talk about the process, email them FAQs, send them through before and afters, case studies, testimonials, customer reviews. And all along that nurture series, you're trying to get them to book in for a service, book in for a free consultation, whatever the next step is. So you're trying with your email marketing to set up a 3 to 5 series email in MailChimp or whatever tool you use. The next step is to create videos that explain the service. So sit down in front of your phone, find a good backdrop, basically create a video that talks about, for us, for example, we put together a lead gen focused series and talk about how important lead generation is. Let's do what we preach. And that way we can really demonstrate that this works. So email marketing, I want to set up a 3 to 5 series email using our tools, have a lead magnet that gets people to sign up to that, which is your content marketing, and then have video content that promotes that and gets that out there, which you can cut up and use across the board. Then with social media, you can schedule all those posts over the next 30 days to promote the videos, see what works. And the call to action is watch the long video or download the content, download the checklist. And then that will funnel them into the email marketing series. Now, if that works, fantastic. The next step would be to run some ads, display ads or pay-per-click ads, promoting the content and the video on social media, and then feeding people into your email funnel. And last but not least, if it's working really well and everything's going awesome, and you've got this firing on all cylinders, next thing to do is really focus on your SEO. Try to optimize this for what people are searching. Make sure you're using the right keywords. You don't want to necessarily start with this, but you can make sure that you're using the right keywords and things. So that's pretty much it, but really keen to hear what you think on that. Do you think that this lead gen focus makes sense to you? Here are 3 steps that you can take if you do want to reach out. You can book a free consult with me. I have these available on the socialgeeks.com.au website. I offer free consultations to run through your business goals and talk about your marketing. The next thing you can do is follow us on socials at socialgeeks.io on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And then lastly, if you want to chat with me, feel free to send me an email. I do try my best to respond to everyone that comments, and I really do appreciate you guys for watching and subscribing. That's it from me until our next episode. I wish you all good luck with your lead generation marketing, and I'll talk to you very soon. Cheers, guys.